This video is proudly sponsored by New Type. Tools, accessories, model kits, these guys have it. Hop over to newtypeshq.com and use promo code Otaku for 10% off on your next purchase. Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes, and welcome to a Father's Day edition of the 144 scale high grade Beargguy Family edition. And without further ado, let's get to it. Well, my dudes and dudettes, Father's Day is just around the corner, and I want to do something special for those hardworking fathers, mothers that are fathers, sister, brothers, siblings that act like our fathers to get us all through those struggling times of our young adult lives, and do something really special, and that's a Gundam Bear, which is probably one of the most unique Gundam designs that I've ever seen to date, and probably one of the most enjoyable high grades that I've ever built. But enough about that, what's inside the box? Inside the box, you get a very happy and very cheerful instruction manual. It gives you a brief description on where the original Gundam Bear derived from, which was Gundam Builder's Beginning G, as well as additional information you can do for color effects, custom painting, and a couple ideas for effect parts and sticker decals. So on the following page, you get a brief rundown on what you can actually do with this Gundam Bear, everything down to an actual adjustable mouth, removable face plates, and extendable arm joints to it, as well as an additional parts so you can connect the little small bear to one another, but you're going to actually have to do some custom painting. Now, as for the runners, you're going to get something like a cyan brown for one pieces, and as for the white pieces, it's going to be like a weird fluorescent white. But what's a really cool bonus with this high grade is it comes with the actual original molding for the very first Bear Gundam, which is not really bear-like, it's more like a modified Zaku. Now, as for the LED lights, I'm going to be using a lighting kit from Evan Designs and using a warm glowing effect for the eyes, particularly 2 chip LED lights, and I'm going to be adding a permanent switch in back of the head so I can turn it on and off. Before I do any kind of custom cutting to install the Evan Designs LED lights, I need to do some tests on a spare faceplate with the Dremel. So particularly I'm going to use a thicker one to see if I have any issues cutting the plastic, which I did, because cutting the surrounding area left everything a little bit jagged. So on my final attempt of doing this correctly, I used a smaller drill bit with a lower RPM setting. If it's a little bit higher, it's going to melt the plastic and cause some deformity on it as well. So once I have the switch installed in the back, I need to come up with a method to make the LED lights look somewhat have like a personality, but while at the same time being super bright. So what I'm going to be basically using is a black transparent paper that I use for a handful of my photography projects to not only illuminate the eyes, but give something of a personality to them. Alright, my dudes and dudettes, as this video is wrapping up, I want to share with you guys my thoughts and impressions about this model kit. And overall, this is one of those rare high grades that I had a lot of fun to build. And I'm not a big fan of high grades. I'm more in the league of building master grades and perfect grades. Sometimes real grades, but there's only so rare of a times that I'll build a high grade. So this was one of those rare gems. Now you guys are probably asking yourself, well, what makes this high grade so special? And honestly, this was a request. I was hit up with a request on my Instagram account from a fellow follower asking me, would it be possible if you do a Beargguy Gundam? Because every Gundam channel that's out there is either oversaturated with one popular Gundam model kit after another, and never really focus on the really small, cool gems that truly exist in the Gundam library. But on top of that, this individual wanted to do something special for their father. And I totally missed Mother's Day last month, and I told myself I would never miss a Father's Day request if it ever came up to me. So this is one of those rare times that I'll actually take requests for a Gundam build. But my overall thoughts with this kit, it's an absolute blast. So much fun, and I'll tell you the reason why, because this is an excellent kit to introduce your son and daughter into building their very first Gundam. And with every kit that's out there that is like very sharp looking, streamlined, and has tons of panel lining, this kit takes it to a point where it's very simplistic, it's very inviting, and most importantly, it just encourages you want to build the next Gundam model kit. And I can totally get that when I'm building it, because this is something that I know I wouldn't personally build. Yet I am so grateful that I read that one letter on Instagram that encouraged me to build this kit. And you know what? I might just look at some other high grades in the near future for my next future builds. Maybe. But with that being said, and the price that this kit is going for right now, this is an excellent value. And I would strongly recommend that anyone that is a pro builder or a mid builder to give this kit a shot. And with that, dudes and dudettes, that's all the time I have. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more, please hit that bell and hit that subscriber button, and I will see you on the next video. Later.